Hillis off one tackle, off another tackle. He blows through and goes in again. And he'll take the gold medal on that one. They give the ball to Hillis. He's going to go wide right. 10-5, touchdown, Peyton Hillis.
Whoa. Peyton Hillis continues to make it. He jumped up there. They didn't want to give him back.
Without further ado, the man that is going to grace the cover of Madden NFL 12. Not a very good golfer, by the way, either. My man, Mr. Peyton Hillis. I had to throw that in there.
Can we have a round of applause for the boots, please?
13 million people voted. And, I mean, you go on and you can get votes any way you want. Now, tell me if it's true. I heard of stuffing the ballot box, but I heard there was, by every means necessary, you stuffed the ballot box. Talk to us about that.
I really didn't think much about it. You know, I thought, I'd be out first, second round. Probably not as deserving as most other guys, to be honest. As the weeks went on, though, and things progressed, one after another upset, I'm thinking this thing could get serious. And it did.
Yeah, but how did you make it serious? What measures did you take to ensure you got a few more votes, so to speak?
I didn't take any measures. I left that to my family and everybody else. I just thought, maybe talk about this Madden curse and all. I didn't want anything to maximize that.
I'm glad you mentioned that. Do you believe in the Madden curse?
Not at all.
I mean, you play for Cleveland. I mean, a lot of people would say you guys have been cursed for a long time anyway. Marshall Faulk, you graced the cover of Madden 2003. 3 or 4? 3. Was that before Columbus or after? Talk to us about that year that you were on the cover of Madden.
I hear you talking to Peyton about the curse, and I always say this. Guys get hurt in football all the time. When you're on the cover of Madden, you're a very visible player. I mean, you touch the football a lot. You either threw it or caught it or tackled a lot of people, a lot of touchdowns, a lot of touches, period. So the chances for you to get hurt, they're greater.
Throw it out to Susanna Collins. Susanna, do the fans out there believe that there's a Madden curse?
I don't know. Let's talk to some of these fans. Do you buy into this whole concept of the Madden curse?
Curse? What curse?
What curse?
Seems to me that a heck of a lot of players out there get hurt and play bad, and Madden doesn't have anything to do with it.
So you're not blaming the game?
No, and look at all the players that in the last 3 years that have been on that cover. Seems to me they've done moderately well for themselves.
As good as it is bringing in the negative about the curse, I want to get back to the brackets because the brackets itself, I mean, we got Aaron Rodgers, Super Bowl MVP, taking down Ndamukong Suh. He beat Sam Bradford and little Danny Woodhead on his way to the Final Four. But the Green Bay fans said they didn't want him on the cover. They voted, open websites and Twitter and Facebook. They did not want Aaron Rodgers on the cover because in Green Bay,
last year.
in Green Bay, we believe in the curse. So we didn't want him anywhere near it.
I like the fan involvement. I do. And this man right here, and I keep saying it, they appreciate how he plays the game of football, as do I.
We appreciate how he plays the game. First, but let's not discount. This man is good. His team, yes. You're comparing him to the notoriety of the other players. He's really in the genesis of his career, and this man can flat out ball.
Let's stay on that because Peyton Hillis took down Jamal Charles and had an outstanding year for the Kansas City Chiefs. But the matchup that caught me off guard, looking at the brackets, and I was like, okay, and then I was like, whoa. The freight train known as Tim Tebow got lambasted by Jamal Charles. That's the matchup I want to take a better look at.
You gonna tell me when to go? Let's go then, boy. Let's go then.
Back of the end zone, touchdown Denver.
We need Jamal in there.
And off Charles left side, breaks a tackle, digging like a mole for 18 yards.
There's only one person that carries the ball right here.
He can run, and he does. A 29-yard run. I'll tell you what.
Yeah!
10 Charles, still breaking tackles and burrows a hole. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Susanna Collins, I got to try and find you again to find out what do you think of some of these matchups. What do the fans think of some of these matchups as well?
Exactly. Let's talk to some of these fans. Now, first 3 rounds of voting. To you, what were some of the notable upsets?
Well, one that was shocking to me was Drew Brees, a former Super Bowl MVP, going down to Adrian Peterson. I think it was a 9 versus a 4 seed. Just seeing a Super Bowl MVP go down like that is incredible.
Do you think it's because he was on the cover last year? People were just kind of indifferent?
No, I would hope not, because he still had a pretty outstanding year.
He did. I don't know. I mean, crazy things can happen when you leave it up to the fans, guys.
Speaking of which, last night, Susanna visited with NFL diehards waiting outside Radio City Music Hall to get their take on the Madden cover vote.
Do you think that the so-called Madden curse had anything to do with, like, the Green Bay fans saying, we don't want Aaron Rodgers to be on the cover?
The fans are voting smart now because they know the history of it. So Browns fans, honestly, what do they have to lose?
You're fine with Adrian Peterson not being on the cover?
I am completely fine this year.
You buy into this idea of a curse. Do you believe this?
Nope, it's just it's a coincidence. I hope it doesn't happen.
Is it kind of cool to see a guy like Peyton Hillis?
Peyton Hillis, he's hardcore, he's hard body, so, you know, he's the truth.
He wakes up in the morning and he excellence, because he's the best there is.
Wow, I've never heard it put quite so eloquently.
He overcame the odds and he did it. I love the story. You want those kinds of guys, and once in a while you don't need all the bling.
I like Peyton Hillis, he's a good guy. And I think a very worthy person to be on the cover of Madden.
Of course.